Hi, good morning. I am actually stopped on a bridge this morning. Corrie Thorne, the spiritual healer and teacher, and that is a very clear message to myself today as I try to. I've been on a journey of trying to find out and identify by every other thing, but I am a healer, spiritual healer, and teacher. And this is what I do. I help people more than exist. I help people be able to evolve and grow beyond the stories you have told yourself about who you are and who you think you are. And wow, as there is a tree across our path today. We are speaking of obstacles. So I just spent the first 35 minutes of my walk with myself and completing a journey of transformation that I have been on, of releasing, letting go, surrendering. And as you can see, there's a lot of trees down, and this is a storm that has just passed. And I tried to stay in the eye of the storm and stay in the center and stay focused, as that storm was pretty windy. And this is the tree. This is the obstacle. So we could stay on the other side, or we can walk over our obstacles. We can find our way around. And I've decided to go over and to keep walking and keep moving and keep knowing that there is something more on the other side of this walk, this journey. And so today I was thinking, maybe I'm meant to just face you, look at you. And then I'm like, no, I'm not the mirror reflection. You are. And as you walk with me, you have to become your own reflection. You have to hear my words, my voice. You don't have to, choose to. You can hear my words, my voice, and to let it reflect into you. Let my voice, allow my voice to become your voice and your story as you reflect upon your life and your journey. And I mean, you gotta want to do something about where you are, but you gotta find out the why you're doing it and who you are really doing the work for. Is it for the shadows of you? Is it to fix the past? Or is it for the you that you are here to become? And that's divine purpose, to continue to walk into you. I've been doing this jot and the running the other direction, thinking I was running into for 20 years. And little did I know, they had me by the shoulders, and as fast as my legs were going, and as fast as I thought I was running, that was an illusion that I was running from myself, was that I was running as far away from all of the old stories and the old past as I can. But God had me by the shoulders. God was holding me up, and the whole time I was being guided into this world, this life that I am in right now. And as much as I have been resisting it, I am now open and accepting. And I don't think for one second that you should think that you are there today, or that you can be there today, or that it's going to happen overnight. And if you're still on the couch and you're listening to my videos and you're just about to give yourself some heck that you can't do it, I mean, look ahead at that man. See that man up there? He found a way. He found some wheels, put a seat underneath him, and he found a way to walk with his dog, his grand dog. And you know, you can let every obstacle, like that tree that was all the way back there, you can let that get in your way, or you can find a way to start to walk into you. And first it may start in the feeling, in your heart, in your head, and you just say, and then you just know that no action is going to happen without your participation, without you actively getting involved. Making a choice to choose to walk into you means that I'm giving you tidbits. These little walks, and no matter how many of them I do, I'm giving you tidbits. This is about you having to start to take that action, having to start to walk into you and walk into your life. And And how am I going to start that? First, remembering your why. Hello. Why are you doing it? And who are you doing it for? Because if you're doing it for somebody else, then you're doing it for the wrong reasons. If you're doing it to fix or repair your past versions of you, not going to happen. That's another self-prophecy, because each and every day you're criticizing you. You know, you're in that place of, that's not self-care. We actually, most times, have no idea what self-care really means. Because as long as you're doing it with a run from, you know, a projection to be for self-improvement on the old version of you, you're still being critical of what you are today, instead of doing it from a more loving place of who you are in this moment. And so I always say, you can't do it alone as much as you think you can. I have not taken this journey alone. I have not done this journey alone. I have not walked alone. I have walked with God, with Jesus, and whatever God means to you. Don't stop the video right here because you heard me say the word God, because if you do that, that's you rejecting you again today, because you're finding a reason and a why to walk away and to walk into your misery and your story, and a reason why there's something wrong with everyone who has a different language and a different way of you. So stay with me as we go forward and as we move forward and we look that direction. A few days ago on one of the walks we sent that so-called enemy ahead, and you had to walk into that new version, that new thought. Today, as we walk, I want you to think about this. In more than existing, and my why is that I can actually, become, I need it to become the best version of me, and to be healthy and whole, and so that I could continue to keep more than existing alive. That the program that I know works, that I have proof that works, that I have committed women who are committing to continually walking up the stairs. Oh, as I just trusted. Something told me to turn. And as I turned, look what I found. Another rock. I find them everywhere. See the beautiful trees, the beautiful flowers that's painted on that rock. And so the quest is we move these rocks to new spots. So we're taking this and we're going up. Because that's the proof that I have, is that I know in the trust that I keep working towards planting seeds, guiding people to walk into them, but to also have the courage to walk into, not being afraid to let the obstacles stand in your way of saying, oh, I can't afford that, I can't afford to do this, I can't afford. Is what you're doing to yourself not costing you more than you can afford to lose? Is not committing to you costing you more? Is the self-sabotage, is the self-criticism, right? You can afford to do that, and it's taking away from everything of the beautiful life you could possibly be living. And that's one of the big things of this whole thing, was I had to learn to talk to myself with love, which meant, like grandmother spirit, I'm going to put it right here for someone to clearly see that I had to learn to speak to myself, not harshly, but lovingly, of who's going to do the action. How are you going to find a way? Is what you've been doing all along, is all those excuses working? Is all those uncompleted programs working? Is it working? And so, what do you get out of investing into you? You. What do you get out of allowing yourself to move in your dreams? Future action. The possibility that you can see, feel yourself. Just like that man that was ahead of me. He found a way. He could have sat home on his couch and said, no, I can't do this. No, that's impossible. He could have criticized himself, he could have been judgment, but he found a way. And every time I passed him, he says, "Oh, good morning." Every time I go past him, he's got a smile on his face. Why? Now, I'm not going to make up any stories about what his real life is like, but what I see of him and what I get in that moment is that I could have been in that wheelchair. I could have been there. I could have listened. I could have drugged up. I could have taken diagnosis and lived my whole life that way. But I didn't. But it didn't come alone. It came with a doctor who was a specialist who actually became very, very sick. And he took 2 years away and walked into his health. And his first day back, he walked into his office to me. And he said to me, "Are you a life coach?" And I said, "Yes." He said, "Well, whatever you have hasn't taken you yet. So you could go home and live like you have nothing wrong. And you could go home and act like you have nothing wrong. And you could go home and you could start to walk into whatever life you can create based on walking away from this office." And it was the most powerful advice I'd ever gotten. And first I had to get mad. And I got real mad because I wanted an answer. I wanted to know what my outcome was going to be. I wanted to know what he was going to do about it to help me. I wanted so much more. I wanted his guidance to a solution. Well, here I am. I was 32. I am now 50. And I am still standing. And I am walking. And I am not drugged. And I have no name on a condition. I have reminders of where I have been that shoot little shots of energy through my body that says, "Are you going to do this again today? Or are you going to get up? And are you going to start to move?" And I made that choice. And I coached my way through. And so I am more than existing. And because I found a way, I knew that if the day would ever come that I was in that chair or that I couldn't stand, I now know I'll still find a way. Because the obstacles are there to challenge you to see if you will create your heaven on earth or live in your hell on earth and continue to stay there. But the choice, thank God, is a free will choice. And today and every day, I will not let my free will choice take me to a personal hell. I'm done. I am done. Guided by faith, guided by love, and most of all, held by love. As much as I thought I was running from me, I was letting go of everything that could have taken me in to wanting the answer, wanting the solution that would have came to giving me a diagnosis, something that would have told me a story, a narrative that I didn't need. So as we're going to walk around this hoop of this playground, I can tell you I have cried, I have laughed, I have done it all, and I have cried through and let my tears fall in some of the most painful tears I have ever cried since I started this transformational journey. And it was a pain that cried out as I felt that sense of, there's the faith train. I live with the faith train on the bottom of my little area. And as I walk past it, I smile and I'm like, and there's the faith train. And so, as I, where was I? Oh, and as I cried out that pain, I really started to notice what it was I resented all and so much in my life of who and what I thought I could be, or how hard I have worked, and how I could see other people have to put in less effort, less work, less drive. And here I was, I have worked my ass off. And when I looked at my life, looked at the life I was existing in, and my bank account, nothing reflected all of the work that I have put in, the money I have invested in the books, the cards. Not one have had a return on the investment. And I was caught in the story for a period of time that said, you need to look deeper. And so I did. I'm not a quitter. And I'm definitely not a failure, and neither are you. Wherever you are today is because you believed a narrative, a story. You got caught in something that held you. And I'm going to walk back for a second. I'm going to show you. There's that path. There's that path. Either which one is not wrong, but which one will cost you the most? Which one will take you the long way? And which one will lead you home? It is the one that you say to yourself, I am done believing the narratives. I'm done believing the stories. And I am ready to start to invest into me. I'm ready to start to walk into me. And I hope that my walks, my journey, my shares somehow guide you in. And I'm not going to lie, into allowing me to be the guide that helps you be able to take this journey. Because trust me, I tried doing it alone and it didn't work. And I reached up and I reached out. And I'm not going to stop walking with you because I have to walk. And because I have to walk, I love having company. And I love having people walk with me. So I'm going to take the journey. And we'll have many forks in the roads and many conversations. But I hope today's hits home to you that obstacle, that mind story, that mindset, that whatever you believe is standing your way, that you have a way through and out. And we might not know the way, but faith will guide us home. Much, much love. Have a beautiful day. And please continue to walk with me, even if it's from your couch right now. Much love. Bye-bye.